Welcome back. The Met Office confirmed today that many of us have been suspecting that this has been the wettest April since records began more than 100 years ago. In a moment, we'll have our very own weatherman, Liam Dutton, with his analysis. And despite the fact that much of the south of England remains in official drought, many parts of that very same area tonight lie underwater. The southwest has been among the worst affected by recent downpours. Our correspondent, Darshna Soni, joins us now from beside the River Tone at Creech St Michael, near Taunton. Darshna.
Well, this river, John, has been particularly badly affected. It's had 3 separate flood warnings in place along its route. And sure enough, last night, residents say in a matter of just hours, it burst its banks. You can see this is the road to the neighbouring village, and it's been completely flooded. Just last week, they were enjoying the sunshine here and wondering if they were going to get a hosepipe ban. Now look at it. And look at the fields there as well. They've been completely submerged, completely underwater. This region, along with the West Midlands, has been the worst affected. And in nearby Gloucestershire, the world's most prestigious 4-star horse trials have had to be cancelled. Rained off for the first time in 25 years. They spent the morning dismantling the stands at the prestigious Badminton horse trials, which should have started this Thursday. The buzz this year had been higher than ever, with the Olympic Games around the corner. Medal hopes were up. Team GB won 4 equestrian medals at the World Championships.
Gamble.
For decades, badminton has been a royal favourite, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were due to hand out the prizes. But following the rains, the whole event has been cancelled.
We thought we'd be all right until yesterday, and then it just rained all day, and we got standing water everywhere. The whole ground is completely saturated, and we've got part of it's flooded, and it just became completely impossible to put the event on. For so many people, it's such a highlight of their year, and for it to not take place is devastating.
Strong winds and heavy rain have brought down trees and power lines across England and Wales. In Hampshire, a 52-year-old man died. He and his wife had been trying to drive through a ford at Compton Wood near Newbury, but the water was too deep, 5 feet and flowing fast. Their car was completely submerged and was swept 100 metres downstream. Firefighters smashed the window and pulled him clear, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. His wife managed to escape and swim to safety and is being treated for shock.
Behind me you can see the depth gauge. That was 2 feet underwater, and all these fields, these floodplains down here, 2 feet of water. This river can rise 2 feet in 10 minutes. It's a non-forgiving ford, passable with tractors, horses and large 4-wheel drives with care.
At Creek St Michael near Taunton, the River Tone burst its banks. These school children were making the most of it. Eric Malborough manages an abattoir situated on the riverbank and has lived here since 1966.
We've seen it this bad before. Lucky for us, they did the flood prevention here a few years ago and raised the banks up about 2 metres, which has saved us completely, because normally we were flooded very bad, just I think around about 2002.
Train services on the Great Western Line were disrupted after flooding between Swindon and Bristol Parkway, slowing trains between London and South Wales. At Tewkesbury, the waters of the Severn rose to surround the Abbey, which became a symbol of the catastrophic flooding of 2007. With more rain forecast overnight, there are fears that we could see that flooding again. Now, it's probably not recommended, but there are dozens of people out enjoying the waters tonight and resorting to all sorts of ways to try and cross that road. It's just started raining here, and that's the real concern, because so far residents have been lucky. No homes or properties have been flooded. But if the rains continue to fall and the river levels rise, that's the real concern. And tonight the Environment Agency has warned that there are still 36 flood warnings in place.
Thanks, Darshna.